1-minute notification, Vincent Lepore, 38 Ocean Terrace, Range. I have before me a copy of this ordinance. Of course, I would have requested table and a no vote. You're going to carry it, and for very good reasons I'm giving you. All right. Mr. Aaron's terminology in this ordinance is flawed throughout. The ordinance is deficient on many respects. Nowhere is there a description of the metes and bounds, and on a transfer of property or an easement, a definition of metes and bounds is required. The address and the post office address and block and lot are for convenience, but the metes and pounds are lacking in this ordinance. You also state you have an aerial view accommodating this ordinance, but there isn't one here. It's mentioned in the body of the ordinance, but it's not an attached document. Again, your ordinance is deficient. For 78 years, from 1938, this has been a public access by both residents and non-residents. After 40 years of use, it becomes a common law access point and has since been uncontested. There is a question as to whether the state has been notified on this matter. I contacted the DEP on the matter, and they were unaware of this ordinance. Nowhere in this ordinance is there any mention of the state as per consenting or agreeing with this ordinance. Therefore, again, the ordinance is deficient. The survey attached to this ordinance is unreadable. It's slurry. The only thing you can make out is the 50-foot right-of-way of Adams Street, which this council gifted Charles Kushner on, with approximately 22 feet on his enroachment, at behest of the taxpayers of this city. I do have a CAFRA permit. The CAFRA permit was dated November 2nd, 2015, authorizing construction of a 150-foot steel sheet pile retaining wall and a 20-foot wide stone revetment located landward and a 5-foot stairway. The question then becomes, who is this stairway for? Labaz, who the quitclaim deed is for, the property owner. Because by accomplishing what you want to do with this ordinance, there will be no access for that beach, particularly with beach replenishment. The ignorance and the mistaken oversight by the DEP as to how this beach will be accessed, as well as maintaining their bulkhead, should the state bulkhead exist side by side with the steel sheeting. Finally, the quitclaim deed on the vacation of existing easement affixed to this ordinance, again, no metes and bounds. I have before me the deeds of 2013. Labaz, the deed shows a depth from Ocean Avenue of 572 feet. Another deed in 2006 for Labaz, prepared, shows again 572 feet Ocean Avenue. 1943, we have a sale. In the sale, 495 feet. And then in 1939,
Mr. Lepore, you have 1 minute.
we have 495 feet. So what happened between 495 feet and the 572? In 2006, Labaz hired the Aaron Law Firm, and the Aaron Law Firm put their thumb on the scale and encroached on the state property and that easement as to take it to the watermark in a blazing, sly, underhanded maneuver to pave the way for today. That's what happened. It was a lack of credibility. Mr. Aaron moved this before this council today. And it is with that knowledge that I expect this council to vote no on the matter when it is carried to the next meeting, so as to accommodate the public access for a state beach when beach replenishment takes place. Let's not fool ourselves, Mr. Kushner. You accommodated him to the south of him. And you're probably involved in this with Mr. Kushner to the north.
Thank you, Mr. Lepore. Your time is up.
No vote.